Hello everybody, Cold War Nerd. I am back again. This time with hopefully the final version of my 80-second kit. This time I'm gonna actually like explain a lot of stuff. This video is gonna be long. So first, we're just gonna talk about new stuff because new stuff. So I now have um I don't care that this is FARB and inaccurate. I mean, it's what I have, but because I'm not gonna buy like a Delta Force vest from 1990. God forbid. But literally just a black vest, and then I snap the flag on it. So it's still a work in progress. The Delta Force kit still a work in progress, despite me promising it to you guys like 3 months ago. I got an M1. So, I'm definitely going to be doing some Granada kits. I have a plan for a Marine Corps Granada kit and a 75th Rangers, because I'm hopefully going to start getting like some Vietnam stuff next year. So yeah, this kit is very, very, very overdone in all of the 80s reenacting communities, but it's easy enough to do and it's very flexible. You know what I mean? It's just really just a 80-second kit. It's pretty flexible with like Panama, but this one in specific, like whenever I title it on like any pages I posted on, I always label it as an 80-second kit from 1987, and this is just going to be for like a Cold War gone hot scenario. Your typical crap. Okay, so let's start off with what I have already on, because I'm not going to start a video wearing no pants. Ugh. Okay, so we have on so far just some BDU trousers, OD green undershirt, because I went to my friend's house with my kit and I lost my brown undershirt, so we'll make do. And then for footwear, I have here, let me turn the camera around. I have just some jungle boots. Just some repro jungle boots. For the most part, I prefer repro stuff, simply because I don't have to worry about destroying it on accident, and because I just like the newer look. I like having my stuff look brand new when I first get it. That's something you don't really get with surplus stuff. The only time I get surplus stuff is if it's for web gear, helmets, occasionally. Like, I have a real Pasget, but I have a fake one that because the real Pasget I take to serious events. You know what I mean? I take to serious events. The fake Pasget I take to casual events and to wear just because it's lighter on the head. You know what I mean? So let's just get started. So let me move some stuff over here. Okay, so first, let me move you over a bit. There we go. Okay. First, we have a BDU jacket with U.S. Army name tapes. Let me find it. My last name. Don't dox me, please. And, find it. I was wearing this kit like 10, 20 minutes ago, so it's going to be a little bit inside out for the jacket, and then 82nd Airborne insignia. So let's just throw this on. Remember that I always like feedback, whether it be positive or negative, as long as you guys aren't just giving me like super negative feedback with no way like how to fix it, i.e. people that are like, oh, you're doing yada 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 wrong, you shouldn't, like, this is good criticism. You're doing this wrong, and then they write, here's how you fix it. That's good criticism. Bad criticism is when they just say you're doing something wrong and then just don't explain whatsoever what is wrong. So, go ahead. Feel free to give me some criticism, some whatever, in my posts. or in the shorts version of this kit, which I will be releasing eventually. So this BDU is a repro, but it was actually made by a company that actually made BDUs back in the 80s. So I consider this to be one of the better repros when it comes to BDUs. This proper actually made U.S. military clothing and BDUs back in the day. So I trust them personally. They're the people that made it after all. So next, what do we do next? We have the M17 gas mask. I'm going to first open this and put it on, and then after that we'll put it on the hip. Here she is in all of her glory. This thing was expensive. This is one of the first truly expensive items I got for my kit. My mother got it for me for around $71 at an auction. So, at an eBay auction. So, thank God. I was sitting in my room, watching, my texts go through, praying to God that I won the auction. And then she just sends me the thing that says, how do you want to pay for your item? And that was nice. So, here's the interior of the mask. Inside, right here, I don't know if you can see that, we have your oral nasal cup. That's going to prevent your mask from fogging up. And then we have this thing, a chemical hood. This one was made in 1981. So this is going to protect against this chemical hood is going to protect against blister agents. What's this? No, nothing. There's just a bunch of text on the head harness. I wonder what that means. Alright, here we go. Okay, the mask is on. There you go. Here, I'm going to move you guys a little down so you can see more of my full body. See, that's the problem since this section where I film is getting a little more cluttered. It's a bit harder for you guys to see my full kit when I film. So, I noticed that with the HECU kit that it was a bit hard to see me since I was at an angle when I filmed. Since I had my phone facing upwards towards me, couldn't really see anything. So, hell, I may refilm it. I highly doubt that I will refilm. See, this is why I prefer the M9 gas mask bag over the M17, just because it has 3 snap dots on there, and rather than the M17's 2, so it makes it much easier to close. So now we're gonna put our gas mask bag on. Again, I love preaching this. This is what you do. You take your thick strap, that's your waist strap, you clip it in to this D-ring right here. Then you take your waist strap right here, and you take your bag, and you see this little ring right here. You don't click it to that. You could click it to the one back here. There's one back here. But if you're just doing it with that first ring, you're going to want to loop it through and then bring it up and click it into the same D-ring you clicked your waist strap into. And there you go. Gas mask bag is secure on the hip as is intended. Okay, let's start putting gear on. It is hot in this room. So, I'll suffer for you guys, because I enjoy making content. So this is just your basic Hasget body armor. So this can stop shrapnel mostly. It could theoretically stop 5.56. I don't think it has. It can stop 9mm, but not in this condition. It won't, because this thing has been in circulation for, I think this vest. Are we serious? My rifle fell over. Okay, we're just gonna put that there. Anyway, this particular vest was made in 1983. About 83, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 83. Or no. I think this vest was made in 1980, actually. Somewhere around there. Somewhere around the early 80s. Maybe I'll check when I take it off. This belt is always a bit annoying to get clicked in. Not because it doesn't fit, but because of all these pouches around here, so it's like I have to but okay, this is just normal Alice setup for the 82nd. We have 2 magazine pouches. In the magazine's grenade pouch, we have an angle head flashlight. If I can find the on button. Just a normal angle head. Right here, we have a compass and medical pouch. I have a compass. Here, I have 1 bandage, and I have a compass. Some people just put a bandage in that pouch, and they get a second pouch and put a compass, but I have noticed it's much more easier just to have, both of them in the same pouch, and it fits perfectly. So, next up, on the side we have an M7 bayonet holder. By 1987, I'm pretty sure the M9 would have been more common, but the M9 bayonets, they cost a pretty penny for a bayonet. So I'm not going to get one of those for a long while. Jeez, I'm starting to sweat just by being in this, because it's maybe about 80-something degrees in here, so. Now on the back we have 2 canteen pouches and a butt pack. I'll show you what's in the butt pack later. So now we just gotta put our helmet on. Here, I'm gonna take my little fan here. I'm just gonna start that up, because God, is it hot in this room. Okay, now we're just gonna take this Hasget with a pair of SWD goggles, or sun, wind, and dust goggles. So these are the SDWs. They would become very common during the later Gulf War, but I have them on my helmet here. Next we have our M16. And now, let's just show the completed kit. Alrighty. Let's get this off before I die of heat stroke. Okay. 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 Camera slipped there because of the vest. Alright, after this, we're going to start talking about additional gear you can have. What I am carrying besides just my generic equipment. And get into all of the etceteras and the etceteras and the more etceteras. Okay, so start off with stuff you can additionally carry, if you please. Hold on here, let me just get that out of the way. Okay, here's some additional stuff you can carry. You can always carry hats. This is a boonie in Amity 1 Woodland. Very simple, very effective. It's nice. This will keep the sun out of your face forever. This is just your basic patrol cap. It works. If for a serious kit, you're going to want to have to sew your rank on the front. Next, stuff you can just wear on the side. You can, like, extra equipment you can carry. Nothing wrong with a carabiner. It's an airborne unit, you know. Click and then jump out, and then that tugs the thing. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know how to conduct an airborne jump. Do I look like a soldier to you? But carabiners, you can wear one. Grenades, ordnance, boom. They're fake, YouTube. They're not real, including the gun. That's airsoft. Airsoft. I love airsoft. It's not real. Don't strike my channel. I swear to God. I was gonna say, I almost forgot to say that it was airsoft. You know what I mean? The one time I slip up and don't say it's airsoft is the time that I'm gonna get copyright. That is the time that I'm gonna get copyright striked, flagged, and then smited from YouTube. So ordnance, again, fake. This is reproduction stuff. M67 hand grenade, boom. The smoke grenade, the M18 smoke grenade. This comes in multiple different colors. You can also carry those. What else? What else do we have here? Little 40 millimeter, little 40 millimeter grenades that you can shoot out of the grenade launcher attachment for your M16. What else can we carry? Medical pouch. You can always attach that to your Alice. You can also be wearing the older LC1 belt, but that's for like 1986, 1984 stuff. If you're FARB, like me, and you hate being accurate, you can have some ragtop scrim. This is some ragtop that my grandmother made for me. So it's a original helmet cover that I don't want because it's very sun bleach. And I just put some helmet graffiti on it, some ragtop for fun because it looks cool. Anyway, you can also wear a belt. I'm not wearing one for simplicity's sakes because I'm just putting this on to showcase it quickly. But you basically have to wear a belt because if you do any kind of movement in these pants without a belt, they will fall down. It is bad. Now let's show what's in the butt pack. Oh, also, you can wear a watch, whether that be an actual Army-issued watch or just one of these. Now let's get into what's in the butt pack. In the butt pack, I have this big old thing. This is a poncho. There. It just works. So you want to take one of these with you, especially if you're going to an event and there's a chance of rain, because, well, it's a poncho. It's meant to protect against the rain. You can always put a poncho liner in as well, if you wish. But it works. Next thing you can carry in your butt pack. Yum Yums. This is an MRE menu. Doesn't say on here because the person that gave this to me just gave me the pouch that the food is in, not the actual whole case. But this is chicken stir fry. Something else you can carry and or wear is a mop suit. I have one, but I haven't cleaned it yet. I got all the charcoal powder out of it, but now I'm just going to hand wash it, just to be safe, because there's still charcoal powder leaking everywhere. So yeah, everybody, that is practically it. Unless there were some sort of major update, like I get something big, this is probably going to be the last video for this kit. Next up on the lineup, we have a 75th Rangers Granada kit, Vietnam kit, just a normal Granada kit, probably a full, a video showcasing full mop gear, a Delta Force, a Rangers, and a 10th Mountain Division kit from Somalia. Granted, I don't have RBA, but, who cares about RBA? And yeah. So, you guys are going to be getting a lot of stuff in the future, okay? So just watch out for that. Thank you for watching, everybody. Cold War Nerd out.